to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find a ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get off. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what the mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Looking to throw on second down. Love. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready. Right there. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Ready, go.
From the gun, Love. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He completes this one to Mack. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Operating from the gun, Love. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He'll buy some and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4... you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Looking to throw. Love. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf. Check 55 to Mike. I got it.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
To throw on second down. Love, flush to his right. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
I got you. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On second down now, it's Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Turn up. Kill. Where are they, team? Back.
On third down, a run by Mack. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Under 10. 10. No. Check 52. 1.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Caught here by Griffin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking deep downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one of a big shot downfield. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 38, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown, Falcons! As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taken in at the 11. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Anunua's got it, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check 99. Check 99. H3218. Chopper.
They'll run with Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
X3, 218, chopper.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll run on first down. Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kareem Hunt. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. back to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Check. 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 Hey, alert 3. Tighten up. Check. Where are they, team? Switch.
A carry here for Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
First down, Falcons.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check.
14-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
2nd and 13. And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback takes down and sacked. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Atlanta, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.